There, so today we have another fast food review, and we're reviewing something from White Castle. This is their new Impossible Burger. So, if you don't know about the Impossible Burger, it's a vegetarian burger, but it's engineered to really taste like meat. So, we're going to see how that stacks up. First off, this is a regular burger, so we're going to do a side by side. You can see them right here. First off, the the Impossible Burger is a bigger burger. It comes in a bigger box, and honestly, it sort of looks a little bit more like a burger. You sort of see the little, like a smash burger, those little like crumbly parts and everything. This one's just sort of that flat White Castle patty. So, you know what? We're actually going to go with the original first. Actually, I'm trying to think of which would make more sense. Let's go with the Impossible Burger first. So first off, it's just bigger. It's a heavier product. There's more stuff there. Let's try this out. First off, I believe they oversalted it a little bit. Ooh, that is good though. That's the most meat tasting. I mean, I've had one before, like not specifically this one, but I've had the Impossible Burger before. I'll say when I had it before it was a little bit better, but that is awesome. So what does it taste like? First off, the onion really brings out these meaty flavors, so that's just separate from the burger. But I'm trying to think. It's sort of like it's there is meaty flavor to it. It's not quite as fatty. It has a little bit of this kind of. I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to describe. If you can make a sausage, like a not very spicy sausage patty, into a burger, sort of reminds you of that. It definitely has good texture. It's a little dry. That's what it tastes like. It tastes a little bit like meatloaf, just like stuff, like meatloaf, not really full on burger patty. But no, that's just a burger. I'd be hard pressed to figure out that was meat. That's very good. I'm gonna compare it to the regular White Castle burger. You immediately bite in, and there's that distinct beef flavor. I think White Castle sort of has a different beef flavor than some other burgers, but it just smacks with beef, and then the greasiness sort of hits your tongue, so you can tell. And it's a bit more crumbly and sort of just like dissolves in the mouth a little bit more, where this is more chewy. Both quite good. I mean, White Castle's one of my guilty pleasures. What do I think of the regular White Castle burger? It's an all star. It's a classic. I mean, I love the cheese with it. I like the little soft, pilly bun. I like that it doesn't really taste like a burger. This is not what you think of when you think of burger. You think of something that makes like a smash burger, or something like a bigger diner burger. This is this weird little thing. The beef doesn't really taste quite like burger meat. It's just its own kind of thing, but it works. It's sort of like it's like burger candy to me. It has it's less substantial on the beef. It's actually very very thin patty. I like the pickle in there. It's just one of those iconic, unique products, and I go back to White Castle for that reason. This for me gets a. It's one of my favorites. I mean, it's just a guilty pleasure. I freaking love White Castle. Yeah, it's like burger candy. It doesn't really. It's not a substantial burger. It's just this thing that sort of tastes like a burger, and it's this little mini thing. 9.1. 9.1. I mean, this is an all star. It's just great. And then back to the Impossible Burger. Man, it feels more like a burger. I mean, your whole bit. It's heavier. It's got a little bit like density to it. The proportions are a little bit more right. They might have messed up because I think This generally is not as salty. If it was not as salty, it'd be a lot better. Boy, they put a lot of this the caramelized onion on there, which is awesome. I think the onion really boosts up the beef flavor on this one. Even though there's no beef. You could use a little ketchup. That might help. That is good though. Let's see how this works out. That's better. The sweetness sort of balances out saltiness. And you can see how that crumbles like real meat. So what is this overall impression of what Impossible Burger is versus beef? A, people are completely stupid. I've seen these videos where people will have it and they know it's, Impossible Burger. And they'll bite into it. It's like, no, this is not meat. This is not meat. I promise you, your palate is actually not that good. These people are just big dummies. You give this to somebody and you don't tell them what it is, they will not know. It really just tastes like a bad burger, which is a compliment to it. Because it actually tastes like burger. It doesn't taste like garden burger. It doesn't taste like mushroom burger. We've had burger imitations before that are really garden burgers. They're not trying to be hamburger. This is trying to be hamburger. It's a little dry. This one specifically for me is a little salty, and it works. I mean, it's a bad burger. It's gonna be a little dry. It's not gonna have the full on meat flavor of decent beef. So just think like, oh, this is like poor quality beef, like a little dry. Someone overcooked it. All right, that's a burger. It really tastes like meat. I promise you'd be hard pressed to really figure out that this was not meat. It's like meatloaf. It's got a little bit of mushroominess, so that sort of maybe gives it away, but nothing about this screams vegetable, soy product, or anything vegetarian. Yeah, I mean, it'd be crazy if somebody just if you just lived your life and people just start sneaking in this product into your burgers or into your random meals, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. I promise you. This is just straight up meat. It's absolutely insane how technology has gotten this far to create a product that really tastes this much like beef. And I've heard stories where people will get the Impossible Burger and they will try to return it saying like, no, you made a mistake. You gave me real meat. This is as close as we probably get. I mean, I'm sure we can get even closer, but yeah, I promise you, do this blind or something. This really tastes like meat. It's not great. This is not like, holy smokes, you got to try this. This is better than a burger. It's a bad burger. It tastes like meatloaf. Salty meatloaf in a bun. It does what it does. As for rating, I don't know if this is how it's supposed to taste like. I've had it before that's a little bit better. Honestly, it does a decent job because it has more qualities of a burger than maybe this one. It's a little bit more substantial. It's a little bit more crumbly. I really like the addition of a lot of caramelized onion in there. And so it sort of reminds you a little bit more of a burger than the classic, White Castle burger. It's really not very much burger in my mind. This for me gets a... It's not a very good burger is the issue. If you had to eat this as a meat eater, not bad. 7.0, 7.1, 7.1. But if you're a vegetarian, shoot. I mean, if you really want and you really are itching for some meat flavor, this is like what, a 9.5, right? Like a 9. Great product. That's the Impossible Burger. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Later.